we're going to be testing how powerful a crossbow is. 100 clays should be enough. Hopefully it is. It completely mushroomed the tip of the field point. Kind of nervous that 4 watermelons isn't going to be enough to stop it. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, it's broke off. Alright guys, so in today's video, we're going to be testing how powerful a crossbow is. In reality, this video is just an excuse for me to be extremely destructive. So that's really what we're going to be doing, is just destroying a lot of things, but we're going to be seeing how powerful the crossbow is. So I have a wide variety of objects, and we're going to see how deep it goes through certain objects, how many of certain objects it goes through, all that kind of stuff. But the first thing that we are going to shoot at is 2 liters. So let's go outside. All right, we have 8 2 liters of Coke here. I think it's worth it to mention that they have not been opened, so they are fully pressurized. I think it'll probably get stopped in like 2 or 3. It might make it to 4, but I'll be surprised. 3, 2. That was crazy. That's why I got Diet Coke, because I didn't want it to be sticky. So let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. And there's one over here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. 8's right here. 7 and 8 are fine. I don't know how this one got busted. So maybe like the pressure or something. 6 2 liters. Now let's move on to the pop cans. Jeez. All right, so after that, I only bought 12 pop cans. I was gonna assume that they was only gonna make it through like maybe 2 to 3 bottles, like I said, and then maybe 5 or 6, 7, 8 maybe cans. But I mean, it might go through all 12 of these cans. So let's see. 2, 1. I think it went through all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then this is the 12th one. The 12 was just enough to stop it, because after I shot it, once it went through the cans, I saw the arrow come over here and hit the side of the garage. So I guess that 12th can was just enough to, or just catching on these fletchings was just enough to stop it from, like, I guess piercing through the side of the garage or whatever. It takes 12 cans to stop a crossbow. I wish I would have got more cans, because I'm sure that, because it was, you know, it had this much of it still sticking out, so I'm sure it probably would have went through this many more cans, or at least 4 or 5 more. So let's move on to the next thing. All right, so after seeing what it did to the cans and the bottles, I'm kind of nervous that 4 watermelons isn't going to be enough to stop it, and that it's gonna get like lodged into the side of my garage. But that's just a risk I'm willing to take, I guess. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it did stop it. Did it go into the 4th one? Oh yeah, it went into the 4th one. Okay, so it went 4 watermelons. That's enough to stop a crossbow. It went probably about, let's see here. Yeah. Went through 3 of them and about halfway into the 4th one. I was a little bit skeptical, but kind of surprising. Now, just for fun, since we have the watermelons here and I happen to have my sword here, I just want to see if I can slice through all 4 of these watermelons at once. Oh, this is going to be kind of... because these watermelons, I think they're going to be a little bit harder to cut through than what I think. 1, 2. What was that? 2, almost 3 of them? Look at me. I could open up one of those like little fruit stands. Here you go. See if I can cut it in half without moving. That's pretty close. It's actually a good watermelon. All right, for our next test, we probably should have done this in the beginning, but we don't do things the way that we should around here. So I have 2 different tips that I'll show you. We have this, which is just a regular field tip, and then we have this, which is called a cold steel buzz saw. So it's supposed to be a pretty aggressive broadhead. So what we're gonna do is obviously just take 2 shots into the ballistics gel and see which one goes the furthest. So we'll do the regular field tip first. Now I would imagine that the field tip is probably gonna go to about here-ish, and hopefully maybe the broadhead will go most of the way through. 3, 2, 1. All right, that went a little bit low. That went through the ballistics gel and then through the metal pan. All right then. So let's pull that out. Oh, jeez. That was way louder than that should have been. Come on. Jeez. All right, so I guess let's put it on its side and then shoot it again. All right, I want to shoot it like point blank, but we all know that won't work. All right, let's try this again. And not shoot through the pan this time. 3, 2, 1. Really? All that extra work, turning it on its side, doing all that extra stuff for it to go basically the exact same distance. Maybe like an inch more. All right, let's see if the cold steel buzz saw can do any better. I'm just gonna leave that arrow in there, or that bolt in there. 3, 2, 1. All it did is, well, kind of, went through. Huh, like right there you can kind of see where it's broken off a little bit. Oh yeah, it's broke off. I guess a field tip is gonna penetrate more. That the broadhead definitely did more damage. If you look at like the wound channel, well, you can't really see it. You can kind of see it this way maybe. You can see that where it went through is much wider and a much more aggressive channel. So I guess for all the tests we're doing, we are sticking to field tips. All right, next up we have our clay pigeons. And if you remember from the slingshot video, or if you don't know what a clay pigeon is, it's literally just a disc made of clay, and they are very, very fragile, especially right here in the middle, which is where I'm gonna be shooting. I'm kind of curious how many it's gonna go through. The slingshot, I think the slingshot and the pocket shot both went through like 10. So I have 65 of them here. To be completely honest, I don't think that they're gonna go through much more than maybe like 20. Once they get through 20, then there's just gonna be so much clay getting blown towards the middle that it's just gonna like compact and not let the bolt go through. But we'll see. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think that went a little farther than I anticipated. Oh! That went all the way out the back. I did not expect that. Jeez. I should have bought more. I had 65. I figured 65 would have been more than enough. All right, let's move on to the next thing. All right, I went to the store, got some more clays. That way we can, that way we can redo this experiment because we're not doing any experiments halfway. All right, now we are ready for try number 2. Don't roll. It took me forever to get these things to sit still. So this time we have 100 clays, basically from end to end of the board. Should be enough. Hopefully it is. So let's get right to it. I'm also using a fresh bolt. Oh, and before I shoot, I'm gonna guess that it's going to go through 87. 3, 2, 1. That seems very anticlimactic. Where is that? Okay. So I went through all these. Went through those. Went through all these. Okay, so it went through 95 clays. So the only ones that were untouched are the 5 at the end. That's pretty insane. That was a horrible sound. That is pretty insane. That is, wow. I didn't think that it would go through that many, but I guess where these clays are just so weak, I mean, it doesn't take hardly nothing to poke through the center. And where this arrow is going so fast, 95 clays. All right, let's go on to the next thing. All right, and next up we have just classic kitchen sponges. Just soft on one side, and it's got like this hard like scrubber side. So there's 39 of them because 40 won't fit on the board. I was gonna do 40, but we have 39. You wouldn't typically think that this would like do much because they're very soft and squishy, but maybe it'll stop it. Maybe it'll just like throw them all off the table. Who knows? Got a fresh arrow. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected a little bit. Well, I mean, I guess that tells us right there exactly how many it took to stop it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 sponges. And this last one was just barely on the tip. If you're getting shot with a crossbow, just hold 19 sponges in front of you. All right, next up in line, we have cookie sheets. These are just regular old, not very thin or not very thick, but kind of strong, just typical cookie sheets. I have 10 of them. I definitely should have got more, especially after seeing everything else that this crossbow is shot through. So I'm assuming that it's probably going to be like out to here or something. We'll see. 3, 2, 1. That was obnoxiously loud. And yeah, just like what I had predicted. Oh, actually, it went through all of them, but it broke. You can see that's how far, probably about 6 inches or so. Right there is where it broke. Right after pan number 3. Come on. Ow. That pan is sharp. Great, now I'm bleeding. All right, and here we are. Last but not least, dinner plates. These plates are thick plates. These aren't just like regular, like little thin dollar store plates. These are actually very nice, thick ceramic plates. So, with that being said, let's see, so one arrow, all of them are about the length of one of the bolts. Well, for one, this is going to be obnoxiously loud. Maybe not for you, but for me, it's going to be incredibly loud. I'd say it's probably going to have 13 plates. I'm going to say it's going to take out 6 of them, and the arrow is probably going to explode. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, obnoxiously loud. So, I went through 10. We had 13, we have 3 left. Oh, and this one's actually kind of cracked a little bit. You wouldn't be able to see it on camera, but you can see in person just a tiny little hairline crack right there. If you're ever being shot at by a crossbow, hold 10 plates in front of you, and you'll be fine. Oh, it completely mushroomed the tip of the field point. That shows how hard those ceramic plates are. That is crazy. All right, well, I have quite the mess to clean up, and I'm sure you guys have a million other things that you'd like to see me shoot with the crossbow, so go ahead and leave those comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.